But I thank you for watching me. Okay, I see the comment now. All right, so tonight, I want you guys, I'm not going to even let you see the title. I'm going to have you to totally use the pictures to figure out what the book is going to be about and to even predict what the title is. The pictures, I think, are going to be a very, very, very good clue to help you to figure out what the book is going to be about. And like I said, I would like for you to predict the title as well. And then as we go further along in the book, I'm going to change from you using the pictures to you actually visualizing what happens. And those of you who have been watching me, you know that when we visualize, we use our 5 senses to figure out either what's happening in the book, how we would feel if we were in the character's place, or how the character is feeling. So you're going to figure out what the character is seeing, what the character is hearing, what the character is smelling, in some cases what the character is tasting, and how the character feels, or how you would feel if you're in that place. And these are all things that are just going to help you with comprehending and understanding exactly what you guys are reading. Let me see if I got any more comments. Yes, I do. Miss Lawrence. Hi, Miss Lawrence. Thank you for joining me. My connector's here. Connector. I need you to make those connections for me. You probably were here when I said you're going to be using the pictures to determine what the title is, or a prediction for the title, but definitely what the book is going to be about. And you know what the books, I'm always reading, or so far I've read you guys fictional books, so you can do the summary. Somebody wanted something, but so then what? And that helps you to figure out the summary. So let me put the book up here for you guys. So you can see the author's name. You see the dog looking at this picture. And yes, the book is by Dav Pilkey. And you guys probably know lots of books by him. Oh, something I forgot. I'm going to be looking for connections, text-to-text connections, text-to-self connections, where you compare this book to another book, or you compare this book to something that has happened in your life. I'm going to be making a couple, but just looking right here, I want you guys to tell me, what do you think this book might be about? Just looking at this picture. Looking at this picture alone, please give me some predictions. Please give me some predictions of what you think this book is going to be about. I'm going to wait just a little bit. Waiting, I'm waiting. Patience is something that I'm working on. My cousin is watching tonight, and we were talking about that earlier today. Miss Lawrence Lily is on here. Blue, Lily, Abby's sister. I know that there's a bit of a delay, and even right here, here's another picture clue. I've covered it up. Pay attention to the picture. Look at the flowers behind the dog, and look at that flower in front of the dog. Go ahead. Now you've got a clue here. Flower has died. You can see this coming out. What is this book going to be about? Here we go. Bryson and Kendall has bad breath. It hit me. Oh, no, you said hi, it is me. Okay, bad breath. Anybody else? I'm looking for some more predictions. Talk to me, engage with me. I don't want this just to be about me. I want us to be together, back and forth, back and forth. What is this going to be about, guys? You can even give me a thumbs up if you agree with Bryson and Kendall that it's going to be about a dog with bad breath, or a thumbs down if you think it's going to be about something else. I do have more clues. Look at this picture. By now, everyone should be able to figure it out. It says, there once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Hallie Tosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. What's that problem, guys? No one else has given me any clues or any answers. Look at this picture. This is the Mona Lisa picture. She's supposed to be smiling. Look at the fish. Look at the plant. Look at the wallpaper. What's Hallie's problem? No more comments. Halitosis has horrible breath. Whenever halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happen. Can anyone make a text-to-text connection about a dog that had huge problems? If you've been in my class, even way back to when Lily was in my class, and I can't remember what grade you're going to now, maybe 7, 6, I'm sure I read this book to you. Somebody please give me the text-to-text connection of a dog who some people got, and the dog had problems. I've even read the book on here. So you didn't even have to be in my class. You could have just watched, like Zoe, you've watched all my videos. You even know this book. By the way, the name of this book is Dog Breath. The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis. When the children took halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked. Look at the pictures. Where's everyone else? You guys are not talking to me tonight. Engage, talk to me. Where's everyone else? When the children walked, or when the children took halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked. What's the answer? Am I just not seeing the comments? Yeah, I'm not seeing the comments. You guys are talking to me. That's why I've got to get it on my phone. 7th grade, I was right. Yes, the book is Chewy Louie. Stinky, don't brush your teeth, bad breath. Oh, you guys are talking to me, and I'm just missing it, but I've got it now. Okay. It kills things. I miss you too, Lil, or Blue. All right, I'm back in business. On the other side of the street, even skunks avoided halitosis. Does Hallie seem to be bothered by this? Everyone else is holding their nose because the dog breath is so bad. But Hallie is happy. I can make a text-to-self connection. Sometimes my dog Robbie was actually right here looking at me. Sometimes his breath is really bad. But usually if I brush his teeth, it makes it feel better or smell better. Anaya, hi. Were you in Lily, the class with Lily? I think so. But, you know things, you see that word but, that means something is changing. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Toaster stopped by for a cup of tea. And Hallie jumped up to say hello. This is when I want you to visualize. Remember I said at first you were going to use the pictures? I want you to visualize. We already know, because if I go back, it says the bad things happen. Let me see, what else it says? When Hallie opens her mouth, bad things happen. We see the dead. We see evidence that she has walked here, the evidence of the footprints, and the dead flowers. And we see here, we have a dead fish, another dead flower. We have the wallpaper rolling up. We have a picture that has even changed. Bad things are happening. People are walking on the other side of the street. Even the skunks are trying to get away from her. What's going to happen now? I need some predictions. What's going to happen now when Hallie jumps up to say hello to Grandma? I need some predictions. Waiting for a couple of minutes. Did anyone visualize this? Look at Grandma's hair right here. Look at it here. Look at the tea. Look at her. I think she passed out. How do the parents feel about this? And how do the children feel about this? When you're reading, you should look at the characters and you should analyze how they feel. And how does Hallie feel? Looking at the picture, I believe the parents are really upset. The children concerned and worried. I don't think Hallie even knows if there's a problem. Look at some of your answers. Hi, Nolan. Yep, she fainted, just looking, going to run away. She probably would have run away if she could, Amira, but she passed out. Mr. and Mrs. Toasters were not amused. Amused. I need another word for amused. Adults, lots of times children are asked when they're taking a test to come up with a word that they may not use every day, or to look at a word that they don't use every day and to find a word that will mean the same thing. So guys, replace the muse. Mr. and Mrs. Toasters were not, give me a word that goes there instead of amused. Something had to be done about that smelly dog, they said. I need some words for amused. What do you think is going to happen? They said something has to be done. What do you think they're going to do with this smelly dog? The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Toasters decided to find a new home for Hallie. And if you look right here, sorry with the reverse, everybody's sad and crying. Except, well, I don't think Hallie really understands what's going on. Mad. So, was mad for amused? Let's see if that will work. Mr. and Mrs. Toasters were not mad. I don't think that will work. Mr. and Mrs. Toasters were not amused. Mr. and Mrs. Toasters were not happy. Or Mr. and Mrs. Toasters were not entertained. Those would work, but not mad. Well, look at their faces. Maybe you guys were analyzing how they look with the delay. I can't really tell. You probably were analyzing that picture for me. Not only, let me do it like this. Not only are they giving her away, they said a free dog to a good home. The children knew the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Hallie Toasters to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. What does a breathtaking view really mean? Because I see two meanings here. They want it to mean take her breath away. But is that what breathtaking view means when you're on the top of a mountain? What does that mean? Look at the tree that she's walked past. And there are actually some clues in this picture I'm not going to tell you about, but I'm going to ask you in the end. Did you pay attention to the clues? Because if so, it's going to help you to figure out what's going to happen in the end of this book. Not happy, brush your teeth. Okay. Still looking for what breathtaking means. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away. Look at the picture. Did it? Did it work? But it didn't. Here's the breathtaking view. A breathtaking view is something that you look at and it's so beautiful to you that you would be like, now maybe for Miss Glenn, because she likes lots of tall buildings, this might be a breathtaking view for her, but you guys know me. What would be a breathtaking view for me? Palm trees. Something with lots of plants and palm trees would be. What would be a breathtaking view for you? I would love to know. They're trying again. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, again. So right here, breath of a salesman. Next, the children took Hallie Toasters to a very exciting, you guys see it, movie. It'll leave you breathless. Starring Perry O'Donnell and gingivitis. Gingivitis is when you have some type of gum disease and it can give you bad breath. And they use it here, kind of like breathtaking. They use it for something else, for someone's name. Do you guys think this is going to work? Thumbs up for yes. Thumbs down for no. Yes, a rainforest would be wonderful. That would be breathtaking for me. Will this work, guys, this movie? Is it going to work? I want you to visualize. Visualize them going into the movie. theater with this dog with this horrible smelling breath. Visualize it. What's going to happen? Predict for me what's going to happen. I see one thumbs down. It's not going to work. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. ... Are you ready to see what happens? Are you guys ready? Did it work? Nope. I don't see anyone else in the theater. So I'm going to infer that other people were in there, but they left. Infer means to use clues to make a good guess. There's an empty theater here. And I see what the illustrator has been using to show Hallie's breath. And even the people on the screen are spraying air freshener. So I'm inferring that they had other people there, but they left. They left the theater. Lily keeps saying all she needs is a toothbrush. Well, you know what, Lily? When I used that for Robbie, it did help his breath. So maybe they need your help in this book. Ooh, they're going to a carnival. Is there anybody excited about riding roller coasters? I am. I love riding roller coasters, and I think riding in the back is the best. So I'm making a text-to-self connection. When I go to the amusement park, I always ride in the back because I think it's the fastest. What about you? Do you like it? Finally, the children took Hallie Toasters to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on a speedy roller coaster, just like these people are losing their balloons on the speedy roller coaster. And look what it says. If she's pointing, we don't know their names. You'll lose your breath on our roller coaster. Who likes roller coasters? Let's see. Well, you're right. Dogs are not allowed in theaters unless it's a service dog. But you know, this is a fiction story. So the author and the illustrator can do what they want in these. I think they should have written in the back. Did it work? Nope. These people are just like grandma. They passed out too. But that idea stunk too. What are they going to do? What should they do now, guys? Lily has already said that, and not my Lily from this past classroom, Lily from years back, she said toothbrush. And that probably will be a very good solution. They haven't figured that out yet. Do you guys think they're going to try it now? Thumbs up if you think that they're going to go ahead and do like Lily has suggested and to use a toothbrush. Thumbs up if you think that's going to happen. Thumbs down if you think no. I'm going to wait before I go to the next part. Why are the children sad? What's happening here? And I told you guys to pay attention to the pictures. What's going to happen next? Maybe I should read the page. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Hallie Toasters. Sadly, the three friends said their good night, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. What could the miracle be, guys? Are you going to send her away, Bryson and Kendall? You just said, bye, Hallie. Go to a new home. We can't help you. Did you guys see clues about these burglars in the earlier pictures? Who actually saw some clues about these burglars? Any of you? I'm going to go back and show you. Well, here they are here. And maybe everyone saw that. But they're in other places as well. Did anybody see? Right here. More local robberies. And right here, where it says wanted for burglary. Did anybody see those clues? Let's see what can happen. Okay, so So I'm right here. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Toasters' house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came across halitosis. Yikes, whispered one burglar. It's a big, mean doggy. Don't be silly, whispered the other burglar, trying to get the glare out. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy. I can make a text-to-self connection right here, too. The first burglar only saw the huge part that was up on the wall. And I had a friend that was riding his bike early in the morning, and he rode into a spider web. And when he used his flashlight to try to see the spider, he said the spider looked like it was big as a cat, and he jumped off his bike because he was afraid it was crawling up towards him. And then when he saw the actual spider, it was really small. I thought it was pretty funny. Hallie is a friendly dog. The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. The dog couldn't hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Poochie Poochie, whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big people that have been in my class, does that remind you of anybody? What's going to happen to these burglars now? Well, she made the grandmother pass out. Then when she was on the roller coaster, she made all of those people pass out. So the next morning, the Toasters family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. You guys think they're still going to get rid of Hallie? She's in the paper. She's famous. Hero hound hawks hoodlums. Rancid respiratories restrain robbers. Bad breath bangles burglary. Panting pooch paralyzes prowlers. Mutant space dog captures evil Elvis clones. The Toasters family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. Are they still going to get rid of her? Would you? You got a famous dog. You've got a reward for this dog. This dog is famous throughout the country. Visualize if this were you. Still has a stinky breath. Would you get rid of the dog? Looking for your answers. Did they get rid of it? Nope. Or I should say her. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Toasters changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. And it says, this home protected by dog breath. I see a comment, but I can't get to it. Because life without halitosis just wouldn't make sense. So they made a change. What would be the word, guys? What would be the word? There was a problem. They had to make a change. They adapted. They've learned how to live with her. They just put clothespins on their nose, and now they're all happy. So, I like this story. I thought it was a little bit different. The first time I read the book, I was like, I don't know. But then when I reread it again, I was like, oh, this is a good one, because this book shows that just because you are different doesn't mean that you can't make a difference in the world. Can you guys think of anybody that we have studied that has been different but made a great impact in the world? I would love to see your responses. Waiting for some responses. The person that comes to my mind is, well, that was from the book, Helen Keller. Helen Keller could not see. She could not hear. And in the beginning, she could not talk. She had a wonderful teacher that came and taught her how to talk. And once she learned how to communicate, she became the first blind and deaf person to graduate from college. Then after that, she got better. She didn't just stop and say, oh, I'm the first deaf and blind person to graduate from college. She got better. And then she told her story to someone else and created a book called an autobiography. Then she got better. And she wrote and published 12 of her own books. But she didn't stop there. She got better. She decided that since she had the disabilities of not being able to speak and not being able to see, but she learned how to speak and communicate, not being able to hear and not being able to see, she decided to help others. So she went throughout the entire world to 5 different continents to raise money for other blind people. She had rich people to donate money to her to give to help other blind people. But she didn't stop there. She got better. And then she became a motivational speaker for everyone. She did not let her being different, never being able to see, never being able to hear, she didn't let that stop her from becoming the great one and for realizing the greatness that was in her. And then there's another guy who is living, because you guys would always ask me, is a person still alive? Is a person still alive? This guy right here. His name is Nick Vujicic. I have a hard time with his last name. His name is Nick, I think is Vujicic. Might be saying that wrong. As you can see, he was born no legs, no arms. He is still alive today. Yes, you can look him up on Google. He is a motivational speaker. He goes around the world speaking to others about loving themselves. He is married and he has, I think, a daughter. He might have more than one, but he has a child. He didn't let this, being born different, stop him from sharing his greatness with the world. And a quote that he has, he said, "It's a lie to think that you're not good enough." It's a lie to think that you're not good enough. So if Nick can say, even though I'm different, I'm not going to let it stop me from making an impact in the world. And if Helen Keller can do the same, and we know many, many others, those of you, my great ones from this year, we've studied lots of people this past year who may have been different. Bethany Hamilton, whose arm was bitten off by the shark, and she continued to go and serve and win races and become a motivational speaker. You can do it too. You can realize the greatness that's inside of you and not let anything that is different stop you from doing whatever it is that you want. Trying to think of the India Ari song. 'Cause you're beautiful like a flower, more valuable than a diamond. You are powerful like a fire. You can heal the world with your mind, and there is nothing in the world that you cannot do when you believe in you, who are beautiful, yeah, you, who are brilliant, yeah, you, who are powerful, yeah, you, who are resilient. Resilient means what Les Brown said, make know your vitamin. So when things don't go the way you want them to go, you get stronger, you get better, and you try again. And if they still get another no, you get stronger, you get better, and you try again. Thank you so much for watching me. I hope you guys have enjoyed Dog Breath by Dav Pilkey or Pilkey. You know what I'm gonna do now. Those of you who have been in my classroom for the past couple of years, whenever you would come into my classroom, I would ask you to think of one thing that you are happy about. So everybody that is watching right now, I want you to think of one thing that you are happy about. Something that if you are having a bad day, or if you are sad, if someone hurt your feelings, something bad happens to you, you can think of this thing and it can make you feel a little bit better. Even if it doesn't change everything, it can make you feel a little bit better. Then I want you to think of one thing that you did that you were proud of, something that you can look in the mirror and you could say, I could say, Keisha, I am proud of you for learning about about Nick Vujicic. What is it, something that you could say that you did that you were proud of? Think about the thing that you were happy about. Think about the thing that you did that you were proud of and lock it in your head. Lock it in your head. I want you to inhale, exhale, smile. You're beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I will see you guys again next week. Enjoy the rest of the time that you guys have off, because we will be back in school very soon. And I hope you guys will continue to join me. Do one thing today. Do one thing tomorrow. Do one thing every day that will make someone else smile. I'll see you guys next week.